Welcome back to YouTube's most dangerous car channel. I bleed for me art. Or me stupidity. Sorry about the picture quality. Double bonanza today. There's a brake pipe hanging there. Double bonanza today. I'm going to be working on the Viva and the Fiesta. I want to put that spring on the Viva. And when I'm putting that spring on the Viva, I'll get my brother to take the Fiesta out for a test drive for his first time since I did the valve stem oil seals. And I'll include bits of footage of that as well. But I'm going to get him to take it on a few runs today. Right, well, my brother's test driving the Fiesta. Let's get the spring on this old girl. Someone forgot to put it on. Can't get the stuff these days. I am going to take a massive risk and put the spring on the most dangerous way possible, without compressors. Danger is my middle name. It's not actually, it's James, but oh yeah, let's crack on. I've took off the shock bolt with a 9/16 and I'm currently taking off this torsion bar with a 5/8 from the top and 11/16 from the bottom. Oh! How was that stuck on there? Remember, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Because I didn't. It hasn't been in there long and it hasn't been sitting with weight on it, so I'm hoping it'll pop right out of here. Woo! Sweet. Right, let's get the spring in. There we go. This is a Triumph 1500 spring, by the way, and this is flat bottomed, so I wanted to sit at the stopper bit here like the other side is. Let's get the nut and the ball joint here. It's on there. Right, that's the spring back on the Viva. So you're holding up all that traffic.
Was it? Oh, I think a little bit splurgy. To begin with, always. Always, like, always. Aye, all the way down and all the way back upwards.
I've been keeping just in the carb and sending her out. I'm going to send him out again. Before he does take it out, I'm going to fit this air filter and this pickle valve. Just kidding, it's not called a pickle valve, it's called a mushroom valve. I just made a joke because I'm a fun guy. A genuine Ford air filter and a mushroom valve, I believe that goes in the air filter, sent to me by Mr. James Stevenson. Thank you very much, James. I'm also going to adjust the jet on the carburetor. Crank it up a little. Right, we've got the air filter in the garage. Let's pop this off. That's where that mushroom valve is. give that a clean out. Nice shiny new air filter. Let's give this a clean out before I put the mushroom doodah in. Mushroom valve. Right. That back on. Air filter back on, then we'll kick her over. That sounds better anyway. Has anyone ever had this happen before? After my brother said it was a bit splurgy when you're getting up in the gears, I thought I'll check each cylinder. And I popped each HT lead one by one, and every HT lead was getting spark. But when I pulled, is this cylinder 4? When I took cylinder 4 off, it didn't seem to drop at all. So I thought I'll check that one again. And when I went to check it, the spark plug just completely sheared off. So whether or not maybe the spark plug might have been faulty. Has anyone ever had this happen to them before? And what is the difference between that's a NGKR BPR6EFS and this is an NGKR TR5B13? What's the difference between the spark plugs? I'll put one of these in now for the one that's sheared off. I think these came out of an Audi that I had. But yeah, that's got like a thicker thing on the top of it compared to that one. And there's more of a reassuring click when you put the HT leads on these ones. I did press the gap down a bit on them, but what is the difference in the codes on the spark plugs? What do they refer to? Right, first time being co-pilot in my little Fiesta. Haven't been out on the road in it yet. Is it pulling through the gears alright, Maggie?
Yeah, lovely.
Oh, champion.
Shame it's only 20 miles an hour.
Yeah. What do you think? Is it okay in first?
Yeah. And second, you get 30 in second.
In case the brakes are crap. Lovely, it's running canny, isn't it? Another thing I did is see on the end of the air filter here, there's like some sort of spring activated trap thing, probably off the heat on here, but it was jammed shut. So I prized that open, and I prized the end of the air filter open as well, and the car's running a lot better. So whether or not this mechanism in here is faulty or what, it's almost like another choke for the air on the end of the air filter, and when it warms up, does it open up or close? I don't know. Anyway, but it's running better with me because I've prized it open. Into another day. I've still got the Viva on a jack stand because I'm going to be doing stuff for next Sunday's video on the Viva. A lot of stuff to do on her. But the little Fiesta is starting up. She's way more responsive on startup, and she's not kicking out any black soot out the exhaust either. So it seems to be running pretty sweet. But I want to get one more thing done on her for this video, and look what's arrived. Nice shiny new stuff. The rear back box for her. So let's get this fitted. But before I do, let us show you footage of the intruder that was in the garage. Yeah, I was working away and I saw someone run, and I'm like, what was that? So I went and checked it out. I saw like a mouse, baby rat, baby elephant. I don't know, I'm no meteorologist, but I saw it running in one of the units. So I was like, oh no. I'm surprised I haven't had someone in here sooner. Anyway, the amount of times I've just got the door light wide open and the amount of cookies I eat. But I got one of these traps off Amazon. It's a humane trap. You put the poison in there. Just kidding. Want to trap it humanely because I'm going to grill it and eat it. No, but caught it. What happens is I'll take this off there, And the mouse came from a posh estate. I think it came from the posh estate up there, so I put some honey roast cashews in here, some Nestle brand cookie crisp, and some Grey Poupon. Anyway, these are how they work. Mouse runs in, goes to get the food, bump. Yeah, so these works for anyone interested. By the way, this is not sponsored. Anyone interested, these are off the Amazonian for, I think it was 14 quid for the 2 traps, and they work. So if you've got a garage that's always open, you're bound to have mices in it at some point. Right, let's get the exhaust on this old girl. I've had quite a few near misses in the past, so I've got 2 ramps under her, the jack and a jack stand. You can never be too safe. Right then, let's see if we'll size them up and see if they look the same. And they do kind of look the same. The bore looks a bit bigger on this one for there, but we'll find out when we take it off. And this is off a 1.1, but the part number wasn't shown for the 1 litre in the book, but they look the same. And this was the cheapest. This was 47 quid for a 35-year-old Fiesta. But the other ones, people were asking like 100 odd quid for them, like 140, 150 for a donkeless. First time with the car up in the air, really under here as well, and you got your usual surface rust. Looks very clean in parts, so I can see there where it's. I can see the welds down there. But to investigate that more, I'm going to get under and tidy it up and primer it. But yeah, apart from the usual top rust, looks about the same as my 13-year-old Focus. Right, let's see if we can get this clamp off. For all you kids out there who only do modern stuff on your channels, this stuff's called rust. Right, here we go, 13mm for the exhaust bracket. I should have bought another exhaust bracket really. Right, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Come on. Come on. Gonna reuse that because I'm cheap. Right, let's see if we can push it off the exhaust hanger rubber. Oh. What are the chances of this just twisting and coming off? Not a cat in hell's chance. I can't really get in there with a hammer with the angle of it because of the beam. I don't want to drop the exhaust in case I run into other problems. I don't want to use a grinder and cut it because I'm right next to the fuel tank. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to think of something that really annoys and just try and twist it off with brute force. I'm going to think of people on Facebook Marketplace who buy classic cars and then put them back on at a ridiculously inflated price. Ah! Come on! I have the power! Yeah, it is a lot bigger bore. Even if I clamp it down, it isn't going to meet, you know what I mean? They are exactly the same apart from, as I say, the bigger bore. So let's look into it. If anything, I'll cut this one and get like a reducer, because I'm not paying 100 odd quid for an exhaust for this, for the back box. Yeah, leave that with us and I'll sort something out. If anything, like I say, I'll cut it and put a reducer on. But I didn't think that was going to be like a big difference. Like they looked, I took a chance. No, they looked exactly the same to me. But yeah, the bore's a bit bigger on the 1.1s. Who would have funked it? Who wants to hear what the Fiesta sounds like with no back box? Sounds like an angry bumblebee. Sounds like a Max Power Coaster bee from back in the day. Thank you all very much for joining me in this week's episode of Dicking About with Old Cars in my free time. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.